Hey guys, it's your boy Shredder here with Exus, bringing you another video out of planes. Today is a quick check-in for Notia, the new unit, and a look at her mechanics and how they interact in Arena. She definitely looks like she's going to be amazing in PvE, but in PvP there's a few things we need to check out. So the important thing we need to work out is with her passive skill, Swift Support, it reads activates Crystal Storm when an ally lands a debuff on their turn. And for that, when she procs Crystal Storm, attacks all enemies, inflicts reduced attack for 2 turns, and if she has the Fierce Offensive buff, it's also going to poison all enemies for 2 turns, and if there's a healer, it's going to inflict silence. Now, the Fierce Offensive buff you get from using her ultimate, however, they gave her a super strong Trust EE, her exclusive equipment gives it to her for 1 turn at the start of battle, which is absolutely massive for PvP. The reason that is good is because it means you don't have to use her ultimate on the first turn. You can also use the skill 1 to priority push your other units as well, because you'll have the debuff. So that's pretty massive for her. Now, the important thing that we need to see is how that's going to interact with units like Demiurge Stellar with her skill. So her passive is whenever an enemy gets debuffed, okay, so she gets the Revenge passive. So counterattacks when a debuff is inflicted on an ally. So we need to see how it works with her Revenge, and also, and importantly, how it works with Tio in terms of her passive. And her passive, when an ally gets debuffed, she cleanses and heals them and priority pushes with the exclusive equipment. So we need to see what the turn order is when we inflict debuffs while using her. So is she going to go ahead and use her passive skill straight away and do the damage and debuffs straight away, thereby silencing an enemy TO, or is she going to, here we go, this is the one, or is she going to, is the TO going to cleanse in between, and is the Revenge going to proc before she goes? These are all very valid questions that we need to answer. So let me just find a good one with a TO under defense. I'm just going to do one of the standard, tanky defenses. So this one's fine. So I'm bringing a debuffer. I'm going to use a lovely Dolly for this, and we're going to see how we go. We're going to see what the turn order is, and that's going to be really important for us to know how she's going to perform. So let's take a look. Alrighty. Best possible scenario for her is going to be attacking straight away, straight after, and getting the silence off. But we're not going to know that for a little while here. So let's go ahead and hit the menu. Put our attack buff. So now, because she's automatically got that buff straight away from using her ultimate, I could either use my skill 1 to attack and priority push, or I can go ahead and use the ultimate, and given that they were quite slow here, I'm just going to go ahead and use the ultimate for more damage. And let's have a look. Yeah, so like her ultimate does does a lot of damage. That was 30k. So I'm going to go ahead and use the silence now to proc the debuff. And we'll see what the turn order is. Silenced. And went straight away. So there you go. I mean, she revives, so that kind of doesn't show the effect so well here, but so you can see she is definitely going to go ahead and lay her silence and her debuffs before the enemy gets to counterattack. Okay, we'll finish this one off, and I'll go in and we'll show you one more time, just for completeness sake. But yes, like guys, this means that she's going to be really good in PvP at shutting down TOs and even Dark Stellars. It means that, on the Demiurge Stellars, they're going to get that attack down debuff before they counter. So it gives you a good way to mitigate some damage in Arena. Other potential pairings, I mean, I use Dolly just because, here we go, this would be a good one. I use Dolly just because I thought it would be fun to throw a silence you could use something like Eternal or Alice. Alice would be really good with her. You just need a speed tune it right. But let's take another look here, because I think she's definitely going to have a lot of usefulness in PvP as well, which is nice. Let's go ahead, attack buff. I'll just go ahead and hit the many here. So again, I think I'm pretty safe to just go ahead and use the ultimate here. And yeah, so she'll be pretty useful into these real tanky teams. And yeah, like obviously her damage multiplier is really nice as well. Okay. Gonna pop a silence. I'll show you all the gear at the end of the video quickly, so you can see. I mean, shit, dude, I'm just cleaving them. Oh, isn't that a good showcase? Hang on. We'll go on to the next one. I mean, you can see she's definitely effective for this. Okay, this guy might live. This is her stats, by the way. I think she got most of my Noah gear on. This is Dolly. She's in my slow damage dealing gear. Nothing exciting on the Valentine, nothing exciting on the Cindy. Okay, let's see if they can stay alive long enough to show you the turn order of their Avengers, etc. Okay, which it looks like they will, because this Leo's going to cut in, I do believe. Let's hit the melee. Am I going to push in front? Oh, I don't think so. That's fine. We can show you. You will still be able to see. He'll get the invuln off, but you'll still be able to see the turn order with the debuff, which is the important part anyway. But like she does a lot of damage too, which is nice. Almost there. And so, you know, like I can just go ahead and I can still silence them. Actually, that's probably a good use. Yeah, Dolly is actually like surprisingly pretty decent. Okay, so we did the debuff, and then my Notia went. So both of these guys are silenced, and you know, actually the TO resisted the debuff. But so you can see that they're all going to take turns before. I mean, the Notia is going to take turns before any of the other guys go, which is going to make her just like super useful. Look, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I'll just play the end of this one out. But you know, it was basically just a proof of concept and mechanics check to see how she was going to perform. You can see her again. We'll get the push. Okay. So again, proof of concept, works really well. And yeah, if you like the content today, drop a like, subscribe. I hope you learned something today. And yeah, Notia is going to be really, really nice in PvP as well as PvP now that we know what the mechanics are like for her. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Join our Discord if you want to be a part of ongoing theory discussion. Check out our side channel, Excess Media, for content from other gacha games that are not specifically turn-based. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.